Okay guys, I'm back with part 2 of my final table for the GTS event 2. And you can see we've got Ace King suited in early position, so obviously we're going to be opening here. And we'd like a call, but yeah, we get a call here out of position, so kind of a weird call. I guess he's kind of thinks he can outplay us. He's got some sort of hand. And on this fairly dry flop, I mean, he could have like a suited connector or a one gapper and have some sort of draw, and certainly could have a heart draw. But we're gonna go ahead and put out a continuation bet, because really we're still ahead of him unless he has like a pair or something. And he's gonna, I expected him to call. Gonna go ahead and float and see what we do on the turn, which is typical of high level poker. And the 6 comes, and it's kind of worrisome because it gives a lot of straight potential. So, but of course I'm still gonna be aggressive, you know. I'm not gonna give up on the hand, and I could have the best hand. So I go ahead and make a 75% the pot raise, and just kind of get him to I get him to fold, so that's nice. And that was really the first time we played post flop. We've been kind of avoiding post flop play just because the level of player here is a lot better than ours. So, because most of these guys have been playing poker for maybe 2-3 years at least. And I've been playing for a couple months, so I'm just gonna try to play. You know, I'm gonna play aggressive pre-flop, but I'm gonna try to minimize my. Of course, I'm gonna raise here. I'm gonna minimize my, my decisions I have to make post-flop. Make it a lot easier on myself. I'll pick up more chips there. Fold here. It's still early in the final table. We're all pretty deep stacked, so there's no reason to really get too fancy. Just play smart poker while we kind of get reads on each other. I mean, I already have reads on these 3 players, but I've never played with these guys, and these guys were at a completely different table, so it's kind of. Here I get a nice min raise in. And see, this is why I like min raising, because I mean, I'm only risking 300 more to try and steal his 200, and if he comes over the top of me, I can just fold. So I'm not really losing much, and that'll work a lot more times than it won't. Here I get another nice hand. I'm going to come over the top. AK is a hand you don't want to slow play because, I mean, it's just ace high, so you really want to play it aggressively pre-flop. Kind of figure out where you stand. 7-5 is playable, but this early, I'm not really gonna, especially since I've been kind of active lately. I usually like to go a few hands steal and a few hands off until I know, like, unless I have a real edge on players and know I can outplay them post flop. I'm pretty content to just take the pot pre-flop. So. Keep folding. Klaus is getting pretty aggressive now. It's good. He's the shortest stack, so it's kind of. See, I could have played the queen, but I've been stealing a lot on the button, and a big card and a little card hand you really don't want to play, because there's so many there's not really a lot of flops you can hit that you're really comfortable. So you're just kind of in the dark when you play one of those hands. And here we obviously see, because this hand went to showdown, he has aces and he has queen 10. Hank's been pretty aggressive, so this isn't a bad play by JGB to just call and play poker in position. He just kind of and this is a really good flop for JGB. It's really good for Hank too, because really the only hand he could have that beats you is King Jack, and that's really the only hand. So, because if he had kings or jacks, he would have raised pre-flop most likely. I mean, JGB's pretty tricky, so he could have just smooth called that, but no. So pretty much Hank has to believe he's ahead, and of course he has to bet. I don't really know why he's betting pot size. It's kind of scared. And JGB, I mean, he's got a lot of equity in the hand, so his play, what he does, he raises all in. Just kind of, because this kind of indicates weakness if you're gonna bet, because this looks like you're trying to turn your hand into a bluff. So he kind of reads that. Unfortunately, he read it wrong. So, but it was a good shove. He just kind of ran into aces, and he didn't get there. So now we're five-handed, and Hank's a big five. Being five-handed isn't that big of a change. The games are going to be a little looser because now the second position is effectively the cutoff. So it's going to be a little more aggressive from that position. But other than that, we're still all really deep. So of course I'm going to raise with my sevens, pick up a pot. So play doesn't change much. An ace jack I'm going to raise from the cutoff. And it's still going to fold around. I'm still an unknown, so they're still going to give me some respect for my hands. There, Pyrite goes over the top. It's a nice play. And King 9 is playable, but we don't. I'd prefer, if I was going to play back at Colossus, I'd prefer we had like some kind of drawing hand we could hit, because here, if we hit top pair with our king, we don't really know where we are with our weak kicker, and it's not suited, so there's that. There's not really any chance for a straight, so that's kind of out. Really, the only good flop we could see is, and we're out of position, the only good flop we could see is if our our 9 was top pair, and then we could be pretty comfortable unless he had an overpair. So I think the best is just to fold there. And we're going to stop there for part 2. Stay tuned for part 3. We've still got a little under 100 hands to go, so I'll see you.